we have issues with regard to construction and debris because there's a large-scale construction which keeps on going on in the city. One is new construction, one is demolition of existing buildings and structures, and there was no formal way of disposal of such construction and demolition debris. So executing agencies, small contractors, big contractors, or even government contractors would find it convenient earlier to either put it on the riverbed or on the roadside. And that becomes a challenge with how do you take it, collect it, and then dispose it. And we were always struggling because we have the only place where we were placing it was in our landfill site, the construction and demolition waste, which was not the best way to handle such waste. So we've been working on it, and now I'm glad to tell that we have a plant which can process 500 metric ton per day of construction and demolition debris by way of segregating it and turning it into either fine sand, dust, or for making blocks, paver blocks, or other building construction materials. So that's the problem is still huge. We have much more construction and debris waste than what we are collecting. But we have started on the first phase one plant with 500 metric ton, and we are now looking for another plant so that we are able to address this issue within our area. It cuts across the city, and people find it convenient. Wherever they find it convenient, they just keep on depositing it.
The C&D waste management plant we took up in the year 2009. Partially it was also in response to the amount of construction and demolition waste that was being generated during the Commonwealth Games, because there were a number of stadiums that were built in the year 2000 in that phase, which required a lot of waste management from the point of view of C&D especially. The country at large generates about close to 30 to 40 million tons of construction demolition waste today. And we at ILNFS at least believe that if we could recycle this and convert it into useful products, in our opinion, this would enable the entire industry, a fledgling industry, to begin, because of the requirement of fresh construction material in the country is also a huge challenge, given the fact that infrastructure, both in terms of roads, in terms of bridges, in terms of buildings, requires a significant amount of which both generate waste as well as require recycled aggregates and materials. So we saw this actually as an opportunity that going forward that it would definitely be a niche which one could explore. And that's how we started and got into it. We initially started the business with a very small dry processing line at Burari, which later on, because this is a public-private partnership, in close cooperation with the municipalities, we worked with many of the engineers in the municipality as well to evolve a technology which we believe has been tweaked to manage Indian construction and demolition waste. So the process that we adopted, which is actually a derivative of a mining beneficiation process, actually helped us into, and that in turn was tweaked to manage this particular waste stream itself. And we are very happy to say that after the initial teething problems that we had, today we are in a position to recover close to 90 to 95% of material from the construction and demolition waste. So it involves, as I mentioned, now we have a fairly sophisticated wet processing line which we operate at Burari, and it enables us to make a whole slew of C&D products which can be reused. We were also very fortunate as a company to have the support of both the municipal bodies as well as the Urban Development Ministry and the Delhi government as well. So I think all these agencies played a role in ensuring that this project has now taken off, and I'm extremely proud to say that we have processed close to 24 lakh tons or 2.4 million tons of waste in this facility. 2.4 million tons, as I had mentioned to you earlier, would occupy close to 25 acres of land, which today, even at the lowest circle rate in Delhi, is worth close to about 245 crores or 2,450 million rupees. So the city has not only saved a large amount of precious urban land, it has also greatly contributed, in our opinion, to reducing the pollution levels in the city. So the way the concession itself worked was, it was a 10-year concession that was started in 2009. We had every ton of waste that is brought to our facility, there's a processing fee which is charged in order to ensure that it is scientifically processed, of about 205 rupees per ton, which we actually get there today. And what we are trying to do is to ensure that the profitability of the project is spearheaded predominantly by sale of recycled products. So, for instance, now we have two significant projects that we have undertaken where we are utilizing these products which are made from recycled waste. One is a road that we are making in Bakarwala with the Delhi Development Authority, a 5-kilometer long road. And the other is we are supplying close to about 1.6 million concrete bricks to the Supreme Court annexee, which is an order where CPWD, the Central Public Works Department, had a significant role to play. We are confident that going forward, given the support of the municipal authorities and the state government to ensure that these products are used, that will make a big difference in ensuring the sustainability of this particular project. And I think that is very critical, because I think if one can establish the standards that are required for these products, it will help us going forward in making it a replicable, sustainable model which will generate a significant portion of its revenue also from the sale of products, in addition to the tipping fee that we get. I see definitely going forward in 5 years at least that a more significant portion of the revenue would come from sale of products. But I see that even at that point in time, that these businesses will require a certain amount of support in terms of tipping fee also. So, but I see the split. If, let us say, today it was 20% from sale of products and 80% from tipping fee, I see that evolving over time to, becoming 70% or 60% from sale of products and 40% from tipping fee. But that will take some time, as I mentioned, because the standards for these products are evolving. The acceptability of these products is still yet to happen. So we are the first to actually try and do that. And in anything that you do for the first time, it does take time to really happen. We are now planning, as I mentioned earlier, to set up additional facilities itself. We now have a contract even from the East Delhi Municipal Corporation, where we have set up a 500 tons per day facility in a place called Shastri Park. It's 300 tons, but we hope to increase it to 500 tons per day. We have also recently been awarded a contract by the Public Works Department of the Delhi government to set up 2 more facilities in Libaspur and Tikri. And we are also working with large companies like the Delhi Metro. The DMRC has given us an order to set up a 150 tons per day facility. Since these are the large waste generators in terms of construction and demolition waste, I think going forward to have them as our partners will definitely see a complete sea change in how the city has been handling its waste. And we are very confident that within 2 years these facilities will be up and running at full capacity, and Delhi would have actually addressed the problem of C&D waste in a very unique, environmentally friendly and sustainable manner going forward.
The one lesson for every municipal area, every urban area to have such reprocessing plants of the deposits, the construction and deposit waste, is because there's a wealth out of this which comes in, which one is you are saving natural resources, Otherwise, you would have to have the sand or some other cement and other things to construct these things, which are already available. You're just recycling it. And then that's one mantra, which is a very important mantra, which is the recycle what is already a waste or what is classified as a waste, to you add value to it, to be productive, and also at the same time help the environment, because otherwise all of this is impacting. If it was being put on the riverbed or on the roadside, dust was gathering, or it was moving around with the vehicles, and so I think so the pollution and environment issues also gets addressed. So that's the takeaway I would have, and the necessity for all urban areas to have such kind of. These are not very high cost projects, but they are very, very important for urban areas, because continuously urban areas, either new constructions will keep on taking place, or you will have existing constructions, remodeling and rebuilding and redevelopment. So I think so that's the most important thing.